The Press Play Lifestyle Inspired podcast is a podcast that does interviews with inspiring people, as well as provides custom content and monologues on topics to help our listeners find the resources, tools, and support that they need to be their best inspired self. Be assertive. Be assertive. Can you say no and not be labeled a bitch? Be assertive. Remember that old cheer at school football or basketball games? Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Since I'm a big fan of looking up what something really means, I looked up aggressive. It means being ready or likely to attack or confront. I don't know about you, but I don't see anything wrong with being ready. Perhaps attacking others and being confrontational is not ideal, but why is aggressive negative and assertive positive? Did you know that assertive just means showing a confident and forceful personality? I think when one definition says confrontational and the other says forceful, it makes sense that we get confused on whether or not we should be assertive or aggressive or just let everyone walk all over us. Yet there is certainly benefits to being assertive. The art of saying no, but not being a bitch. Since we already know that there's a fine line between assertive and aggressive, it is clear that we are in a scary territory moment here. Ever feel like if you ask for what you want, you're called bitchy or aggressive, but if you don't, you're seen as weak and told to be more assertive? Ugh, right? If you do find it difficult to be assertive and say no to people's requests, consider it might be an important skill to acquire, regardless of the names you might be called. There are only so many hours in a day, and there are not enough hours to please everyone. So the art of saying no without looking like the B word, I get so tired of saying it, or without hurting someone's feelings is an important skill. There is good news. Saying no doesn't mean you have to be rude about it. There are plenty of polite, yet assertive, ways to tell people no when you need to. Here are a couple ways to say no without seeming rude or impolite. No now, but yes later. I'm very busy at the moment. Perhaps someone else can help you. If not, I have time later in the week to help you out. This is a great way to say no. It is assertive, but also positive and kind. You let the person know that there's no way you can do what they're asking you to do at the moment. However, you give them the option to ask someone else or wait until you do have time to help out. No, unless something changes. I am very flattered I'm very flattered that you've asked me. However, I'm not currently in a position where I can take that responsibility on. Can we talk about this at another time if there's a change in my circumstances? This statement says no while still being very polite. You let them know how thrilled you are that they've asked you, but then you're honest about how little time you have to commit to their request. A definitive no. I hate to disappoint you, but I'm not able to do this. I'm afraid I'm overextended. With this statement, you express regret for disappointing the person, yet you still let them know that this is a solid no. No doubt they'll understand you don't want to overextend yourself, which makes them sympathetic to your situation as well. This answer is very kind and polite, but it allows them to understand where you're coming from. No to attend an event. I had a great time before, but I won't be able to make it this time since I'm already overscheduled. Sometimes you may get asked to an event and you don't want to attend, or you just don't have the time for it. You don't have to feel obligated to go. This statement lets the person know you had a great time with them in the past, yet you're just overbooked and you're busy this time of year. No to loaning money. I really wish I could, but I make it a practice not to loan money to friends and family. Money is one of those things that people ask for from their friends and family, and it puts everyone in a difficult situation. It's hard since you don't want to insult them or hurt their feelings. Yet, the statement is a nice way to be assertive and say no while still being kind. You let them know that you wish you could loan them the money, yet you go on to explain why you won't. You make it clear that this is a practice you have for everyone and you're not just saying no to them personally. Saying yes means saying no to something else. To all of those ideas on how you could say no in a nice way may still not work for you, consider a reframe. If you say yes to everything you're asked to do, you're saying no to everything you want to do. There's only still 24 hours in a day, friend. If you say yes to the work project, you might be saying no to seeing your kid in their play. And if you say yes to babysitting your friend's kids, you may be saying no to a date night with your hubby. Think about what you're saying no to every time you're asked to do something. Make it a habit out of saying no first and convincing yourself to say yes. It might feel unnatural at first, but change is always uncomfortable. If you need support in learning how to say no without being a bee, book a complimentary coaching session with me and we can work it out. We can work it out together. Check me out at bit.ly.discoverppl, DISCOVERPPL. Thanks, guys. Coach Jackie, out.